Welcome, everybody. It's great to see you all here. We're living in a challenging time, moving away from integration, moving away from international cooperation and coordination, and we have to sustain those two things as best we can. Obviously, to do that, a growing and stable economy is going to be extremely important, and for that, we need both a vibrant private sector, but that's also working with the public sector to support things like financial stability and global cooperation, a system of international governance that works around the world effectively. In terms of how we see the role of the bank, we think it's well-suited, well-positioned to support economic development, to provide policy expertise, to support project finance. The fund, I think, is essential in terms of helping build institutional strength, especially for emerging market economies, and to assist, of course, when capital inflows inevitably turn to capital outflows or when adverse economic shocks hit their countries or hit the global economy more broadly. The private sector, I think, needs to work harder in building partnerships with the IFIs, because I think by building those partnerships, they can better support growth and economic development. Our role, the Bretton Woods Committee's role in all this, I think, is to support this mission. And I think we can do that in a number of ways. We have our convenings, like what we're doing today. We have our policy work. And as we've seen over the last 5 or 6 years, the footprint and the activities of the Bretton Woods Committee, I think everyone would agree, have increased substantially. We're currently working on 3 major agendas. The first agenda is IFI reform. How can we strengthen the multilateral institutions? How can we help them become more effective in facing these new challenges? Innovation. We want to support innovation in terms of digital finance, for example, but we want to do it in a way that it's done safely. So we think that innovation is a great thing, but it needs to be done with guardrails. Because without that, all we'll see is some financial instability at some future point, and that will be a very big setback for that kind of innovation. AI is another area where we're now spending quite a bit of energy. We think AI has quite a bit of promise in terms of its productivity benefits. Don't really know yet whether it's going to be mostly labor augmenting or labor replacing. But even though AI will be transformative, I think we also have to address some of the issues with AI that actually create some potential problems, such as bias, herding behavior as all the models converge to the same thing, cyber risks, and the threats to financial stability that might come from AI proliferation. Central thesis of the Bretton Woods Committee is that coordination is really important. It's relevant in the areas like cross-border payments. We need to sort of harmonize this regime. It's relevant in the cases of financial stability because we see how financial stability in one area can spread much more broadly. And it's certainly relevant in areas like decentralized finance, where borders are really not completely relevant to the activity. So we're continuing our work on sovereign debt, stable coins, cross-border payments, financial stability. We've done a piece on liquidity. We're going to do a piece on resolution, bank resolution this year. And this week we published our first paper in a series from the Artificial Intelligence Working Group on AI and finance, and there'll be 3 papers that follow on from that. First paper sort of lays out the landscape. Why is AI important in finance? And the next 3 papers are going to just develop that theme, examining the use cases, identifying what some of the trouble spots are, and then the last paper will propose what to do about this going forward. The AI work, I think, is going to be very, very important to have public and private partnerships. It's very important to have global coordination. And those themes we're going to be exploring in greater detail today. Thank you for coming. We're going to start our first panel now, which is going to be on innovation and economic growth, which obviously that defines prosperity and support for living standards around the world. So that's a good place to start our conversation today. So Emily Slater, who's our very able executive director, is going to lead that conversation. Thank you.